Good morning, this is Wacey with Wacey again. Apologize I haven't done videos as often as I should. Been kind of busy and just one of those things, I haven't gotten to it. Today's video is something I'm kind of excited about. Really excited to be able to start offering. I know I normally try not to do a whole lot of videos that are sales based as much as information based, but I think this falls into both. So today we're going to talk about the new Samsung Hylex system, or Hylex unit, I guess. So what it is it's a heat pump, an outdoor unit that runs on an inverter variable speed compressor and runs high efficiency, which a lot of different units will do. But this unit allows you to hook up to traditional air handlers or indoor units or gas furnaces. Um, so, a good place to start this is probably a brief overview of how 24 volt versus communicating systems work. So a 24 volt system is basically dropping a relay at the thermostat, sending 24 volts to a cooling wire, a reversing valve wire, a fan wire to tell other relays when to come on and off. A communicating system is more like a computer talking to another computer. It sends a DC signal, and it basically is telling everyone what's going on and all the details of what's going on. So most of your high efficiency stuff, and I'm still adjusting to the SEER versus SEER 2 rating stuff, but most of your high efficiency stuff from 16 SEER 2 to 18 SEER 2 or your 18 to 20 SEER equipment is communicating. It's not a bad thing, but it does limit what you can hook them up to, and usually the communicating units are a lot more expensive. What the Hylex does is it has a board. So say you have a compressor go out and there's nothing wrong with your indoor unit, and you'd rather not replace it at the moment, but you want to move to high efficiency. What the Hylex unit does is it has a board that you mount on your indoor unit that converts the signal from the outdoor to a 24 volt signal and tells your fan how to operate. So even with what is a PSC or split capacitor motor, a single speed, what's normally a single speed motor, their board allows you to convert it basically into a variable speed motor by taking the different speed lines and sending a signal for low, medium, high speed. That way they can control the fan somewhat like a communicating system to take advantage of their outdoor unit, which is running a variable speed compressor. And it can take virtually any indoor unit, a gas furnace, a air handler, whatever, single speed, ECM, variable speed, any of it can now be converted to run high efficiency without paying the extra cost for the communicating. This has a lot of benefits price wise, but it also makes everything fair game now. So if you have a mobile home unit, you used to not be able to hook a high efficiency unit up to a mobile home because the indoor units are not made to work with communicating equipment or have variable speed motors or any of that stuff. The Hylex system allows you to take that and make it a and when I give efficiency ratings here, please note that every different size, 2 ton, 3 ton, 4 ton, 5 ton, they all have different efficiency ratings because they're slightly different build. So make sure you ask about what the efficiency rating is for your particular size when pricing these. But most of them are 16 SEER 2 to 18 SEER 2. For those of you familiar with the old SEER system, that would be around a 17 to a 20 SEER unit. So basically, this unit's going to be something that when we're doing change outs in houses or changing out equipment, and we don't want to have to run new line sets, we don't want to have to run new communicating thermostat wire, we don't want to have to buy an expensive communicating thermostat, an expensive air handler, etc. You can basically pair the Hylex with a normal indoor unit and turn your whole home to high efficiency. It's going to be a bit of a game changer for the industry, in my opinion, and they price out very similar to a 14 SEER 2 or 15 SEER 2 system from traditional manufacturers, which is also a huge bonus. So basically you're getting a high efficiency inverter driven outdoor unit for the price of a normal 24 volt single speed system, which is huge. If you have a gas furnace, and with rising gas prices, you've wondered if it would be cheaper to run electricity at some point for your heat. This unit also allows you to do that. You can flip a switch to make it a heat pump and hook it into your gas furnace, and it will operate as a dual fuel system. In other words, you can choose if you want to run gas or you want to run electric in your heat cycle, which is again a very cool development. There are dual fuel systems out there, but this one being a high efficiency that will take your 80% standard furnace and turn it to dual fuel is a bit of a difference. So the unit's pretty standard for high efficiency stuff. It's an inverter compressor, a variable speed fan motor. It's very similar to Samsung's other outdoor units that are used on their ductless systems and their ducted systems for high efficiency. Basically, the difference is it allows crosstalk to other systems, which props to Samsung. That was something that a lot of us had complained about. Their systems we weren't able to cross match. If you had an outdoor unit go out and you wanted to put on a new outdoor unit but not a new indoor unit, you weren't able to do that. You had to change everything, and this unit changes that. We're now able to do kind of what we want when we want, which is a pretty cool development. But not going to go into really deep specifics. I'm hoping, I talked to Brian at Samsung that does our training a little while back when this was still, this unit was in development for quite a while, and obviously testing and all of that. And then they wanted to make sure that their warehouses were able to keep up with supply. So I've known this unit was coming for a long time. I've been very excited about it. I've got one coming to put onto my house, but I haven't been able to put much out because they weren't really announcing it yet or putting prices out to us yet, because they wanted to make sure that everything was available and all of that. But it's here, and I had talked to Brian a short time back and mentioned that I'd like to get him on here to break it down a little better for y'all, and he seemed open to that. So hopefully here shortly I'll do another video on the Hylex system, and it'll be a bit more detailed, and you'll get it straight from the horse's mouth, for lack of a better term. But anyways, that's kind of what I've got on the Hylex unit. If you're interested, if you have a old outdoor unit and you've had to replace the indoor unit and you just have been putting off because you thought you'd have to change the system, or you have a compressor go out, or you're just interested in upgrading your system, give us a call. We'll go over it. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with how it prices out for the efficiency range that it's in, and maybe we can kind of upgrade some of these systems and make your power bills a little bit less while kind of upgrading the comfort of your home. But that's all I've kind of got for today. I appreciate you stopping by, and we'll catch you next time.